Sawadee Krap, I'm JP Mestanza. It's Monday, May 10th. Welcome to Phuket XTRA, brought to you by PBC Phuket. Visit them on Facebook. It's official, domestic arrivals to Phuket who have not been vaccinated and have not tested negative for COVID-19 prior to arriving on the island, they will no longer be tested after May 15th. Instead, these people will face mandatory 14-day quarantine. The order was given over the weekend as the Phuket governor announced the implementation of the 14-day quarantine for all arrivals to Phuket if they cannot prove they were vaccinated or tested negative for the infection 72 hours prior to arrival. Testing for unvaccinated or untested arrivals from elsewhere in Thailand was implemented on April 22nd, and foreigners are charged 500 baht, while Thais are free, but funding for these free tests will dry up on May 15th. So starting May 16th, arrivals will face 14-day quarantine. Still, Vice Governor Piapong Chuwong said details are still being worked out whether day trippers to Phuket would face mandatory quarantine, and said that there will be more provincial orders in the coming days. In addition, 10 people were confirmed infected in Phuket on Sunday, as cases since early April during this third outbreak of COVID has reached 530 on the island as of this recording, including cases over the weekend. Most cases are in Wichit with 54, then Rasada with 50, Phuket Town and Patong with 46 each, and Cherngtalay with 44. Meanwhile, cases in Thailand have surpassed 85,000 after 1,620 cases were recorded today, along with 22 COVID-19 deaths. Total cases for the nation have reached 85,005. The death toll is now 421 since the pandemic began. All of the fatalities were between 30 and 92 years old, most of them taking place in Bangkok, 13 of them. 63% of total patients have recovered. The Moderna vaccine is likely to cost no more than 3,000 baht once it is offered here in Thailand, according to hospital executives in the Private Hospital Association. Moderna is likely to be the first brand to be ordered by the government pharmaceutical organization on behalf of the Private Hospital Association, and reports say that all member hospitals, all 400 of them, agreed to charge no more than 3,000 baht, likely about 1,200 baht per dose, of which 2 are required, for a price range of about 2,400 baht, including service fee, insurance, and value-added tax, although this is subject to change. However, there is still no timetable set for when the Moderna vaccine would arrive in Thailand, since it has yet to be approved by the Thai Food and Drug Administration. It's expected to be approved later this month. Until then, the head of the Private Hospital Association is advising people in Thailand to get the free vaccine shots by the government given the situation. Meanwhile, Astrazeneca Thailand says test batches of its COVID-19 vaccine made by Siam Bioscience have passed quality testing at designated laboratories in Europe and the United States. Also on Friday, the National Communicable Disease Committee of Thailand approved the use of the Sinovac Biotech vaccine for people over 60 years old, citing a study in China, but it has not been approved for emergency use by the World Health Organization, according to the Bangkok Post. The WHO had previously only approved vaccines made by Pfizer, AstraZeneca, Johnson & Johnson, and Moderna. Since late February, over 1.1 million people have been given the first dose of the Sinovac vaccine in Thailand, while just under half that, about 459,000, have received the second injection. In that same time frame, over 114,000 people have been given the AstraZeneca vaccine in Thailand, and just over 17,000 have been given the second injection of that. A 48-year-old man is now behind bars over a robbery and stabbing of a woman at a popular temple in Phuket Town last week. Last Thursday at about 7 a.m., 63-year-old Sombat Chanong was meditating on the ground floor of Wat Charoen Samanakit in Phuket Town when she noticed a suspicious man walking near her. She went upstairs to meditate, but the man followed her, tried to steal her wallet, which was beside her, and then she was stabbed with a pair of scissors several times and fell to the ground. The man once again took the wallet, while the woman was able to get up to call for help after that. The attack was caught on temple CCTV footage and caused outrage among locals in the area. Phuket City Police and Chalong Police teamed up and identified the man, then arrested him along the Rawai beachfront on Saturday afternoon. The arrest of Kanchana Manimai was followed by a confession, which also saw him confess to 10 other thefts in Wichita, Rawai, and Phuket town. He told police he arrived from Krabi via motorbike following an argument with his family and had been sleeping on beaches and roadside pavilions prior to his arrest. Meanwhile, the woman is recovering from her injuries. For more, visit thephuketnews.com. Phuket Extra, we are back after this. For the first time that all 3 challenges are completed, PVC Phuket will donate 100 life bags to One Phuket. Welcome back to Phuket Extra. The number of beds available for COVID-19 patients in intensive care units ICU at Phuket government hospitals is nearing critical. Bashira Phuket Hospital Director Dr. Chalong Hospital revealed the news during a live broadcast from the hospital on Sunday, in which he said that patients in government hospitals may soon need to be transferred to private hospitals or even to ones outside of the island if the number of patients needing ICU care continues to rise. The number of beds in Phuket for general care of people confirmed infected with COVID, that's not a concern, according to Dr. Chalampong. But he did go on to say, quote, Bashira Phuket Hospital has 9 ICU rooms. Only 5 of the 9 rooms are negative pressure rooms for severe symptom cases, while the remaining 4 are now used for cases with light symptoms under close observation. For now, the 5 cases in our 5 negative pressure rooms have very bad symptoms, while the symptoms of the 4 cases are still stable and under consideration to be moved out of their rooms. If the 9 rooms are full of severe symptom cases, that will be a big critical stage. We may need to transfer our patients to other provinces or private hospitals, which may involve additional costs. We have only a small gap to reach the critical stage. For more, visit thephuketnews.com. Starting Tuesday, Chalong Hospital will reopen to receive patients after it was closed for cleaning and its staff quarantined following a 74-year-old woman outpatient testing positive for the virus after she visited the hospital. It had been closed temporarily since May 3rd, but will reopen tomorrow, May 11th. Thanks for joining us today on Phuket Extra, brought to you by PVC Phuket. Check them out on Facebook. Join us again tomorrow. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000, and luxury properties can go all the way up to $20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.